Hi guys, so I'm back with another weaving. This one is for the August 2016 Prima PPP challenge over on their blog, so I'll link that below so you can see all the details. But these are the kind of colour scheme that are for our August challenge, and I'm of course making a lovely weaving. So I started off, as I always do, with my 10 rows of plain weave in this kind of sandy mink beigey kind of color, and I've added long, super long tassels. These are the longest ones I've tried so far, so I've added a row of those. I did some plain weave in this blue, and for this piece I'm going to try and do kind of wavy pattern going up along. So I started with this sumac in the same kind of minky beigey color in roving. So I've sumaced along here on both of these rows, and then I stopped down here but continued this one on to make that wavy line to start our waviness to this pattern. It'll come up better now when I start the next row of colour on top of this. So I'm going to go in now with black and start building up this wavy pattern. I'll be back then to show you how it's going on. So here you can see how my little wave is coming along. It was quite hard to see it in the black stitches, so I've just added some of the lemon just so you could see clearly the wave. Next thing what I'm doing is going in with more of my roving, and I'm going to just do a single sumac row to make a kind of a rope effect. So you can just see here, when you do one row of sumac you can make it kind of ropey looking section. But because I want to start waving my weave back in this direction, I'm coming in with some of this natural coloured roving. It's that yellowy cream colour, natural sheep colour. So I'm going to create another row of sumac kind of here and start creating a downward wave. So you'll see that when I loop this guy in here. So you can see how I've just sumaced this on top. And if you're ever wondering about sumac or plain weave or anything like that, everything that I learned it on the Prima channel from Courtney Green, who does all the different stitches and goes through them on video there. And that's literally how I learned everything that I know about weaving. So I'll link those videos down below and you can check them out. But now I'm going to go in again with my lovely sky blue and start waving back over this way. So now you can see my double sumac here, where I just added that natural creamy yellow coloured roving. I've gone in with the blue and just built up this nice arc flowing over this way. And now I'm going in with some plain roving, and I'm just going to plain weave this into my wall hanging. And then I'm going to kind of puff it up. So I'll show you that once I plain weave this in. So I've just plain weaved this piece across. I've gone over 2 and under 2, over under 2 warp threads at a time. And then what I mean by puffing it up is just gently pulling through. Make sure you cut your roving long enough to do this, but it gives you a nice chunky kind of puffed up looking section. So you can see here where I puffed up that layer of roving. Then I added some more sumac, some plain weave, a big long sumac the full width of my piece, and then plain weave again. And I finished in the same color as I used on the tassels up on top here. So that's how the weave is looking now on the loom. And I'm going to tuck in all the ends, take it off the loom, and maybe look for a few embellishments to add to it, and I'll be back to show you. So here's my completed weave. I have it hanging up on the wall. Basically I just got my husband, he cut me a piece of this doweling rod, which is super cheap and you can get a big long length of it, and I just cut this piece to 11 inches. My weave is about 9 inches. In width, and I added I love how it turned out. I added so much roving. There's the most roving I've added to a weave, and I love the waviness of it. It's like really kind of dreamy and cute. It'd be lovely in a nursery or something like that. Also, it's the longest tassels that I've added, so I'll just move back a bit. It's super long, so I love that. It just gives lovely textures to the weave, especially because this yarn is kind of doubled over around itself, like twisted yarn. It gives a really nice textured effect to the bottom section of the weave because there's so much going on up here. And then up here, of course, I had to add some Prima goodness. So I have this beautiful embellished leaf by Prima to match the black and this kind of silver tones going on with the flower and the bling, so it matches in nicely with my weaving. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this weaving, and don't forget to join in the Prima PPP challenge for this month. The colours are beautiful and really fun to work with, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.